Good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back. My camera's off center. Oh no. Or I should say, I'm off center to my camera. That works. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Elko, Nevada. We're gonna finish up the first half of our epic U.S. cross country. It's hard to believe that only 6 weeks ago. Has it been 6 weeks? 6 weeks if I didn't take a day off. Since we left from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and we're all the way here in Elko, Nevada, some many hundreds of nautical miles away. And today we fly from Elko to Reno, and then Reno to Yuba City near Sacramento. So I hope you're all ready for the flight. We're not doing VATSIM today because I'm flying the G1000 Cessna 172 because of all the unpleasantness that is the current Microsoft server livery situation thing that we all have to deal with right now. So, and I'm not comfortable with using the G1000 on network just yet, so no VATSIM tonight. So, as stated, we are in fact in the 172. We'll go ramble over to the chat and say hello to everyone. Viper Strikes here. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, Night Zep. Alright. Weird. Oh, I forgot my other light. There. Don't ask me why I look green. The camera sucks. Let's see. Allison Johnson's here. Good evening. Catbat9, the legend himself, is here. Wayland Utani, good to see you. Allison Johnson saying hello to Viper Striking Catbat. Dougal McTavish is in. We got it taken care of, and many thanks, Batip, for being a good sport with the liverage. Papa Joe B is here, and good to see you, Batip. Let's see. Kingsman 9965. Good evening from Michigan, my brother. I hope you're doing well. Kozaki Flyer is here. Good to see you. Shuffle Shoes John is here. Glad to have it. EL737. Well, hello to all of you. So today is going to be a relatively longer flight because this first leg itself is better part of 2 hours. Between an hour and a half and an hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Can probably unmute Flight Sim, and that me looking like I'm green is not gonna work. So bear with me. Oh, that's worse. Yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, so let's do that. We're playing with pushing buttons. That's almost better, even though it makes me look black and white. You would think I would have had this done But you know what, that's just gonna have to work for right now, because at least I look human. So I hope you're all doing well. Who else? Yeah, Allison Johnson had an epically long stream yesterday, even with some interruptage. It's giving them time to load in. Roger that. Yeah, so at least now I look human. Intergalactic, whatnot. So we are going to be having fun. So today we're going to start getting ready. So into the cockpit we go. Now it is a G1000. I wish it wasn't, but alas, it is what it is. It still operates generally the same. Okay, quiet you. Our barrel key, we're going to make a noise on. Mags go to both. And come down here. Do that. Thanks, Linda. Alright, so clear prop. Transponder to altitude mode. Avionics coming on. Nav lights are on. We have local time of 0630. We're on live weather. And we want to turn the inset off. Don't want that. That's all good. Okay, so we'll go get our AP at least set. So we're going to set altitude mode. We're going to set it for 9,500 feet. And we're going to set vertical speed of 400 feet per minute, just given the altitude. We'll have nav mode on. The Thunderflies are here. Ooh! Goblin is using the Arrow 3 with the GTN 750. Nice. So, good. Engine's warming up. T's and P's are starting to be in the green. We're actually idling a bit low. Let's see. Alright. So, again, I hope you're all doing well today. And we're going to get ourselves started. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to tune in to the local ATIS. Now, whether you believe it or not is up to you. But we at least like to know what weather we're dealing with. So we want to turn to 119, 275. So we tune radio 2 to 119.275. Switch it up active. Com 1's just going to go to 122.8 by default.
Kilo Echo Kilo Oscar automated weather observation 13000 Zulu. Wind 316 at 15. Visibility
316 at 15. So 316 at 15 means that we're gonna take off on runway 30.
Kilo Echo Kilo Oscar automated weather observation 1300 Zulu. Wind 316 at 15.
All right, so we can turn that off. Disengage our parking brake. Steve Solo UK is here. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. More things going on with there. So that's there. Go publish that. Publish to here. Alright, we're ready to go. 6 knots is here. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. So we're going to take off on runway 30, given that that's what the real winds are saying. Oh, as Kerliver Mirsch is now following. Many thanks, dude. Katie UK is here. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging in. So right here is runway 30, and that's where we want to be. As we cross the hold short line, strobe lights come on, landing light comes on. And we didn't even turn on the taxi light, so that's that. Duncar98 is in. Good to see you. How you doing? Now, we're going to hold the brakes. We're going to let the engine spool up. Good to hear. I'm doing well also. Release the brakes. And we're gonna manage the old pedals on our takeoff roll. Airspeed's coming alive. There's 40 knots. We're still into the wind. We're doing well. There's 50 knots, 1 notch flaps coming down. There's 60 knots. And we're up. I'm doing pretty good. Good to hear that you're doing alright. I like to think of it as long as I can wake up in the day, it's a good day. Is the cruise altitude 9,500? Yes. That's going to give us above all the major obstacles that we're going to have. Watching while eating an early dinner. Roger that, Draco. Good to have you along. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the old flaps up. Look at that scenery, though. So we're doing this for twofold. One, because, well, we need to gain some altitude, and it's a slow process at a much slower process at these altitudes with this type of engine. And we want to see the Fireflies get airborne. Are you on real? I'm on default live weather, yes. So I believe those are the Thunderflies down there, getting ready for departure. I need a brighter color background. Ever feel like the webcam's just staring into your soul? It does not keep me up at night. It's a neat little airfield. We're gonna jump back into the cockpit. And we're going to go ahead and activate the autopilot. Now we monitor our cruise a little bit, make sure everything is going hunky-dory. So, hope everyone's been having a great weekend. As my water bottle dribbles all over my hand and down the front of me. Dangerous Brian is in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Adjusting our mixture just enough to give us a couple extra horses. There we go. Hello. So we are here making our way to Reno. Is it a holiday tomorrow over in your neck of the woods? Not that I'm aware of. I think it was even when Murph was saying it's a 3-day weekend and there's a bank holiday, I'm just like, wait, what? So if it is a holiday, I'm not aware of it. I can actually probably look it up on my phone and see if today is a holiday over here. Nope. Not a holiday here in the U.S. Or at least not this part of the U.S. I do have a bunch of reminders that I need to mark done. Should probably change those from reminders to just events. But whatever. So yeah, tomorrow is not a holiday over here. So, but since right now this is kind of my job, it's okay. I can work on my holidays if I want to. I can work if I wanna. Oh, we got a, let's see, we've got a VL3. There's an X Cub. Let's see, 172s. A lot of 172s. Nice. And I do not like to auto white balance this camera. There goes the thunder flies. That's a big no. Ooh, there's a better. That's smooth. Okay, so defense. Hey, that almost looks good. I need to increase the brightness a tad. I almost look normal. Nope. Still not going to use that. Let's see. Flying a bit with CDL last night. Kentucky was on show. Nice. Yeah, we'll be flying to Kentucky here soon. Wayland got some stutterage and one of the name tags is flashing. Who's flashing? Wayland. 6 knots is good reason for a holiday. I missed something. 1st of May was a holiday in France. Soon, 8th of May, also World War II victory. It's very true. It's VE Day. Unfortunately, in the U.S., it's not widely celebrated like it is over there. And I think that's a shame. Well, I know Bada changed before. Honestly, I don't see Bada anymore on my screen. I do see a Kingsman. Good to see a Kingsman. So there's Bada there. Bottom's not flashing on mine. Race Division is in. How you doing? Need to figure out a way to increase the brightness a bit more without graying out. Look at those thunderflies go. Increase the contrast, maybe. What's strange is that it shows brought up in an X Cub. Most other tags are without plane type. Yeah, that's a weird thing for me right now, is because I see C-172 tags, but beyond that I don't. It's kind of odd. Man, this is really... Lighting and cameras are hard. Let's see what happens. Well, the other thing I can think of is increasing the lighting, and that's going to just blind me to no end. So there is the first of a well, that's the first of a new notification. I know a lot of there in all over the world in the current world climate. There's a lot of things going on, and there are soldiers that need help, and it's an important cause to me because I've got a lot of friends in situations, and I've lost a lot of friends to bad things. And so just a note, periodic note to, you know, if you should feel so inclined to donate to some sort of veteran help, I have a US link and a UK link in there. If you should feel so inclined to perhaps donate a little bit towards the cause of preventing veteran I don't know if they'd like me using the word, but it's in the description. Because on average in the U.S., we lose 22 vets a day to that, and that's too many. It's way too many. We're going to set cruise power. Set it for 2500 RPM. Hey, thunderflies. Probably dial back the mixture a little bit more. Don't let's start. No. Back up a little bit. There we go. my hat off to you, my brother. You do your part. You've done your part, and it's high time I do my part. Viper is in front. Yep, I see your name tag. Well, I appreciate that. I can't even say it tonight. G Slayer. It was a pleasure to serve, and it's if I use Twitch as any other means, you know, it's nice to be entertaining to folks. It's nice to share the experience of flying with folks. But there are people that are in need of help, and it would be wrong of me not to at least try. No, this is the old background. I'm just using my old webcam and playing around with the lighting because lighting is lighting. So I think overall that's about as good as I can make it. Play with lightage. Let's see. Menu. Let's try that. Setting out, see if that helps any. Not really. Oh well. It do what it do. I need to get a lighter color background so it actually, you know, you can see me. Because right now I've got a blue background wearing a blue shirt, and all I look like is a floating head. And a Jay Winneker logo. Kitty K, one of my brothers-in-law, is a Gulf War vet. He's a shadow of the man I knew when I first met him. There's a lot of folks that are struggling with, you know, a lot of vets struggling with PTSD and deal with suicide, you know, every day, and it breaks my heart. So the least I can do is throw up a couple of links. Well, I appreciate that, SJ. It's a work in progress. Many thanks, Kingsman. So yes, I am wearing the Jay Whittaker merchandise to help give him a shout out. I have a rolling collection of other streamers. I still need to get an Allison Johnson's shirt. Yeah, I need to get this, Thunderflies do their thing. I've got to get. Oh, who we got there? So I've got to get more. I got to get an Allison Johnson one. I need to get a new Murphy one. Yeah. Anyone else getting icing? Not so far on my screen. I cannot get my video cam to work as a face cam, so I'll quit trying. There's no worries on that. Two of my ex-buddies who committed suicide as a direct result. I feel the pain, Dougal. I really do. I do feel the pain on that. Dangerous Brian, is the CPPR nameplates. If you type in MSFS CPPR nameplates, that's what I'm using. I stopped using them for a while because they were still causing coherent GT issues, but I started using them since the world update, and I haven't gotten that, so I don't know. I'm happy with them. Yeah, but yeah, Dougal, it's just I want to give back. So kind of a sad story that has a good ending. It was stressful on me because when my unit deployed back in 03, I wasn't able to go with them. I just wasn't job qualified at the time, so I wasn't allowed to go. And it ate away at me. When time went on, I wasn't in the military anymore. I never knew who came back from who went. And it was 13 years of not knowing, and it ate me up inside every day. And I was working an air show out in Ypsilanti, and my unit, the Chinook unit, came out and was a part of the show. And I got to talking with one of the guys, and it's just like, it's like I said, I never know who came home and who didn't, and fortunately everybody came home, and that was a huge weight off my shoulders. I have a cousin who was with the Marine Corps, and he wasn't so fortunate. He went over and he lost some friends, some very close friends, and that it breaks my heart. Ben McClure's here. Hope you're well as well. It's good to see that you've restarted your flight training. That's awesome, dude. So if there's any cause that I could pick for my own, it would definitely be to support veterans that are in that need. They've come home and they're struggling, and I'm a place where they know that I've got their back, and I'm here for them when they need it. Cheers to you, Kingsman. You're a stand-up dude yourself, and I'm just glad you're here with us. So, cheers. Cheers to those still with us, and cheers to those who aren't. We also those. Oof. Oh, they need jobs. They need, they need the mental and physical help to reintegrate into society. In a lot of ways, even our governments kind of forget about them and don't help out. And they're the ones that send them into the bad places from the get-go. So if I can do some small part to raise awareness, then I can feel good about myself. No, nothing does. There's nothing that can. And it's what we do. It's how we support each other. And it's how we get through it and keep going. I do have a shirt coming from the Till Valhalla project, which I think is primarily, pardon me, a U.S. based, but I wanted to try and find some UK and Europe based veterans help organizations, and I might not be using the right words to search for over there, but I'm doing my best to find there's Op Spartan. Their website doesn't work currently, so they're only on social media. There's another one I can't remember the name of that's there. Wayland, that'll do it. Dougal's thankfully the public now pretty supportive. It's yeah, I'm with you there, Dougal. Yeah, so yeah, and I think that's a good thing. Yep. I think that's a very good thing. So yeah, that's what I'll say on that, and now you know how I feel about that. So, should you feel the need to make a charitable donation to any of those agencies, well, I provide links. But look at this beautiful countryside, though. Absolutely stunning. Let's see, we got G-Slayer, Wayland, Kingsman, I'm not sure who's in the VL3, Whack-A-Mole, Botup's back there, Kozaki Flyer, Samson Video, I see Dangerous Brian and a couple other users on the same kind of spot. Dougal McTavish, Count Zepp. The Thunderflies are around here, right there. Viper Strike's gone ahead. There's Token out that way. Goblins in front, Roger. So yeah. I got this, let's see, I want to see. Let's see. I ordered a shirt, not in front, at left. Aha. I ordered a tee, and now I can't remember which one it was. Actually, I think it's that one. So I got one that says, right on the front of it, "Do not give in to the war within." And I will be wearing that on stream as soon as it arrives. Mechanical Madness is in. Good to see you. It's late evening and I'm just too tired. No worries, EL. I'm glad you're at least with us in spirit, watching the stream. That's more than I could ever hope for. So glad to have you along regardless. Ben McClure, ISS 1 doing the change. Yeah, that's a tricky situation. They keep getting better and better and better. Ah, you're fine. Pop it. We're just about over Battle Mountain. Kilo Bravo Alpha Mike, if you are interested in joining in the flight. Flight Sergeant is here. Good to see you. Hope you're well. We're here in Nevada. And what epic scenery it is. Roger that, Mechanical. The Savage Gorilla. So far, things seem to be okay. Waylon says, I still need an iron. Why I need to buy the Seneca? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and twist your arm, but I like it a lot. It's a nice steam gauge alternative to the Baron and the DA62. So it can compete, speed-wise, it can compete with the DA62, the Mooney, and the Baron. It's a twin-engine, steam gauge with the speed of a Mooney. Has a lot of neat features. It has a lot of features that are really neat, and I think Aeronautica's really starting to add some interesting stuff. The weather radar is kind of neat. Having the GNS 530 show the nav map, the 430 showing terrain, and the weather radar is actually really neat. The sounds are very, very well done. It just looks amazing. And the AP is similar to that of the Coronado Piper Arrow and the Piper Seminole. So it's still weird how it works, but I like it a lot better than the Just Flight Arrow autopilot. But yeah, no, the Seneca, I love it. Has a ceiling, a service ceiling of like 25,000 feet. Look at them go. See, we got Wombat 49 Frozen, Steve Solo UK, and Skydive Man, and Masonic Lake. I'm working on. Look, for the price, you're not going to find a better bang for buck. And from what I understand, they're also going to be updating their entire fleet thus far, and probably moving forward, to work with the PMS 50 GTN 750 avionics mod. So there's that. Yes, Goblin. It is very simple. It takes a little getting used to. It's not like the Cessna ones where you dial in the altitude and this and that. I like that better. But once you figure, it's kind of like figuring out the Mooney's AP. Once you figure out the order of process and how to do things, it's not hard to use at all. Hello. I'm indicating 100. Indicating 100 with a ground speed of 118 and a ground speed of 118. I'm at roughly 2,500 RPM, and my mixture control is at 40%. Oh, absolutely, Goblin. Absolutely. Yeah, that's... As much as I'm not a big fan of fancy avionics, the 750 is going to be really nice for VR flying because you've got all, you can connect it to Navigraph and you'll have all your charts there. They'll just be there. You don't have to be, lift up your headset or any of that. It's just there, which is handy. The Seminole's nice, but the Seneca's better. The Seminole was designed as a trainer, so it'll do 130 or so cruise. Well, 130 or so indicated cruise. The Seneca will easily cruise at 160, 165 indicated. There's nothing wrong with the Just Flight one. I'm just sick to death of hearing about it, if I'm honest. It is very good. So there's the Battle Mountain Airfield. There they go. Love it. So for anyone that still uses FSX or Prepared, Aeroplane Heaven through Orbix is having a bit of a sale, and their B-17's about $25. And I've really been tempted to get it and then just convert it to MSFS for my own funsies. But I haven't done it. It's kind of it's almost a waste of money to buy a thing just to do a thing, and, is what it is. The Seminole never tempted me. The Seneca sure does, even if I usually don't. I'm not big on the twin engines either. I like the Seminole because it means I don't have to fly the Baron, because with the Seneca. The Seneca is great because it has the speed of the Baron, but it has steam gauges, and that's what I want. I would have much rather had a Cessna 310 or a Cessna 337, but they haven't come out with those yet. Milviz still hasn't released their 310. Even though we've been waiting for like 10 months, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. And then I would really love it if KEKO-KRNO-O would bring in their 337 here soon, because I love the Skymaster. That's fair, Draco. The Seminole is nice because it's stable, and it was designed to be a trainer, a twin engine trainer, and you know, it wasn't meant to be that long cross country, you know, get there quick kind of airplane. I don't have the Baron. I've flown the DA-62 quite a bit, which seems similar to the Seneca front. It is similar in performance, but, and again, with the DA compared to the DA-62, it's going to give you better forward visibility if for that. The de-icing works. Let's see. You got the seam gauges if you're really into that. There's a lot more clickable functionality. You can close the shades in it. You can open the doors. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with the Seneca. There's a mountain here with the mark BM on it on the slope. What is it? That's probably Battle Mountain. Yeah, it's probably Battle Mountain BM. Flight Sergeant, only thing, I don't like the window heater in the Seneca. It's constantly blocking. Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree to that. On the one side, it does kind of act like a sun shield, and it'll kind of tint out some of the cloudage. So if you're flying into the sunset or whatever, it kind of helps. But yeah, that's one gripe that I'll have with it. You kind of get used to it though. Yep. Yeah, it just makes it easier to see from the sky. You'll see a lot of airports in the middle of nowhere, and they'll write out where it is on the airfield so that you can just fly over and be like, oh, this is where I'm at. It's for navigation, ironically enough. How you doing, Seamus? Brand new Twitch affiliate, Seamus McNeil. Everybody give a round of applause to Seamus for managing... managing? I don't think that's the right word. For achieving. That's the word. Twitch affiliate. So, hype in the chat for that. Congratulations, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying cool, too. It's warm here. Like, almost uncomfortably warm here. So, if you like the ground-based simulators, such as train sim, bus sim, tram sim, you should check out Seamus's channel. Type then speak. Check out Seamus's channel. He's doing a great job. It's a nice, relaxed stream. And especially if you like the slower ground-based sims, you'll definitely love his content. Okay, so let's see. We're at Battle Mountain, but we're heading towards Love Lock, Derby Field, and there. And Flight Sim pooped out on me. I wasn't even doing anything in Flight Sim. Just doing things. Just doing things on my other screen. I'm gonna terminate that. Get rid of those because... Well, I'll just take off at Battle Mountain. That's gonna be We're right there. Is what it is. I shan't be upset. Let's see. Slug. Let's see. A lot of security things. GUP updates. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Not gonna be. Well, they introduced. Well, I can move over here. Ooh. Nose makes me too big. I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Well, hello there. It's almost too big. I can... Let me shrink me down to a more tolerable size. There we go. That's a little better. It's just they... welcome, Captain Evillian. Yeah, it's... The last update really kind of threw the sim stability for a loop in a lot of ways. It's really unfortunate. And like Drago said, they may be working on stuff server side, which just kind of compounds the issue, but what can you do? I still like the sim, and I still believe it's going to be great. It's just, it needs a lot of help right now, and they're really trying to push out DX12. Oh darn, I forgot to do that stuff. It is warm. It is so warm. But on the upside, we have some good tunage to keep us going. Ooh, maybe that's a good time to test that feature out. Or not. No, we won't test that out. Just waiting on the sim, do its thing. I've been lucky so far, no issues. It's right. Yeah. It's the frustrating thing because, you know, we can sit here and try to be like, we're you know, what's causing it, this, that, or the other thing, and it's pretty random what causes them, which is really incredibly frustrating. It really kind of lends itself to a lot of the issues that are causing CTDs or server-based. Because if I'm not doing anything wrong, and they're saying they're not doing anything wrong, well, something's going on. Okay, so departure. Nope, that's the wrong Reno. Set as arrival. That one. And that one. Do this. We're going to go nav log. Set cruise as 9,000. Fly. Let's see. It could be anything. Well, not any specific log files, just a lot of vague Windows logs. Okay, so I think we can go back here. Flight director on altitude. AP is already on. We want nav mode on. Inset off. Transponder set. Had plenty of CTDs 2 months ago. Do you know if dump files are created? I would guess so. I wouldn't know how to read them. The Windows Event Viewer will give a log of, oh, this is what happened, but they're like vague. Yeah. It's weird, but at the same time, that's not even the right time of day. We've been going for what, an hour? So what's the 7:30? Live weather. There's guys. Let that go for a minute. Bottom's tag isn't flashing anymore. Awesome. That's a fair point, G-Slayer. I've only had one in the last few months with the TVM and the enhancement mod in VR, but I was running training festivals. Yeah, that's the thing. There's no really good, this is what's causing it kind of thing, which would be really a nice thing to have. It is what it is, though. Now my live weather isn't wanting to function, so boo. Let's see. Oh, wait. Unless it's really clear. Nope, I've refused to use Little Nav Map at the same time as Flight Sim anymore. I've had too many issues. If I'm running any kind of EFB in the background while flying on Flight Sim, it's Sim Toolkit Pro. I just don't like Little Nav Map near as much as I like Sim Toolkit Pro. Yeah, I don't like messing too much with the GPU itself. I don't trust myself. Roger that, Kingsman. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. You gotta do what you gotta do. We'll still be here. Weather's clear but windy. Gotcha. I was giggling that I managed to keep the Corsair as slow as I did last time. I live in Vegas and it's been really windy. Roger that. That's the thing I was gonna do. Oops, so North Europe, my bad. Whoops, that'll do it. Okay, so that explains why that's even a little off. Let's see, if we go to flight plan. Go away, you. Ooh, cutting it close. So our initial destination was Kilo. Echo. Back to nav mode. Okay. That was bam. It's easy. Delete that one. Ha! I can use nav systems. Woo! I can do things. I enjoy flying in the US more than in Europe. The landscapes are more varied. Nice. You know, Europe has a lot to offer, but it's weird how the US can go from anything just to anything. It's Kazaki Flyer. Now, if I only had a Soviet paint for this X Cub, the bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the... I've also noticed that I don't see anybody. I'm on East USA, so I probably need to cycle the old Microsoft multiplayer off. I traveled to the USA for 2 years. The diversity of landscapes was nice. I've got people now. Woo! Oh, roger that, token. I'm not that far from Ontario, Canada. Probably better part of 3 hours of driving gets me to almost to Windsor. Yeah, they are, and these aren't even the big mountains. You want the big mountains? You're going into Idaho, and you're going up towards, you know, the northwest. Then you're getting into the big mountains. Roger that, Wayland. Oh, nice. Toronto. I've been to Toronto once. Probably been through it a few times, but definitely been to Toronto once. The Pantages Theater. Probably butchering the name. And saw Phantom of the Opera from Andrew Lloyd Webber. Fantastic show. That was a long time ago. That's when it was easier to go to Canada than it is now. Okay, making sure I'm back up to where I need to be. I need to tune radio edge, so COM 122 and an 8. Squat code goes back to VFR. COM 2, we're looking at... Well, I guess I can't follow. Looking for LLC. Their ASOS is 120. 675. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Token. We've been to the same place. Draco says I like going to Windsor Casino when they're not under house arrest. Fair. Am I really that far away from Lovelock? There's Catbat 9, the legend himself. I guess we are that far out. Oh, I don't have it turned on. Durr. There we go. I think there's something broken with the weather reporting because I get the same cloud reports at every single airport, regardless of what's on the screen. So we don't need to hear that all the time. I got stuck as the sound guy when we did a chorus line. It's cool. Nice. I mean, being the sound guy is better than, you know, being an actor. I got forced to be in the church choir when I was in my teens. Well, it was me and my sister got forced into it, and the rest of the family was into it, and we just weren't. And we had to be there, you know, we had to be at church at like 6:30 in the morning, and we're all just like, it's too early. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this thing that we didn't want to do in the first place? I'm not even good at singing. The only time that you'll really catch me singing is it's singing badly in the car when my jams are playing. And them's off limits. It was 6:30 in the morning. It's awful because I'm struggling the whole time. I'm just struggling to stay awake, and it's just like, I don't want to be here. It took a few years, and I'm finally like, look, my heart's not in this. Why are we doing it? Why are we being forced to do it? Then I got a car, and then I really made it easy not to do it. Two-Tone with the host. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're doing well. So Two-Tone released a Gibbo Ireland video on the tablet app cockpit thing app and Bob's early this morning. And it was very well done. Handy for those of you with tablets. Not handy for me because I don't have a tablet. And I think it's only on iOS. I think. English is hard, yeah. Words are hard. I mean, words are hard. English is hard in general, but when you're me, it's like extra hard. I can definitely tell, Murph, the radio one definitely seems the most useful. I wouldn't necessarily go that far, Wayland, but for being at church and trying to make a joyful noise, it's not real easy at 6:30 in the morning. someone that's barely conscious, let alone can't sing well. Every time Two Tone says, "Yeah, baby," I can't help but laugh. It did look like a classic Bendix stack. Actually, it looked a lot like the radios my grandpa had in his plane. Now that is a joyful noise that I can make too, Draco. Blueberry pancakes. The only way better is when they're free blueberry pancakes. Like, I didn't have to buy them. I didn't have to buy the mix. I didn't have to make it. I didn't have to put any effort towards them. Those are the best kinds of blueberry pancakes. And I can always make a joyful noise for that. No worries, Night Zep. Or was I chat, but the Bell 47 is a demanding mistress? I bet. I've not picked it up yet, but it looks amazing. It kind of turned into, do I get the Seneca or do I get the Bell 47? And I went with the Seneca because I'm probably going to use it a whole lot more than the Bell 47. I have been flying the H-135 quite a bit on my own time. And it's a fun challenge. I do actually have a flight plan for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks from Tuesday with the helicopter, so look forward to that one. Murph just hosted a stream for one viewer. What's the mission price with 16 pineapples? Breakfast flyings have the best. The little old lady's cooking test. Oh yes. Oh, Dawn Patrols are amazing. EL both. Forget the H-135. That's a toy, my friend. A toy. No doubt. But me and helicopters are kind of like, there's 3 helicopters that I want. The Bell 206, because it's a Bell 206. The Bell, the Huey, I need a Huey. And I need a Bell 222B, because Airwolf. DC Stretford is in the house. How you doing? I'm not just an H-135, just saying the Bell 47. Oh, I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly. Long flight in the helicopter is not good without AP. Yeah. There's enough to... Well, the 135 has an AP, I think. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. When you get older, you get hair in places you didn't think you could, and then you lose hair in places you thought would never go away. So now I'm wondering if it was server related because of the change in weather. Because it was going for cloudy and then it just stayed that way, and then suddenly, boop. This scenery is just beautiful. I don't care who you are. Yeah, but the only SimConnect thing that I'm running though is the flight events. That's it. Tried the vertical. It's a beast at 350 knots. Nice. I mean, the sim is. Sim Connect only makes a difference when it's, you know, connected to an app or something. In the old place, we had a really old great guy who used to make jokes about everything. One time kids tried to make jokes on how old he is, and he just responded, "Yep, boy, I was in your age, but you'll never be in mine." That's nice. Thunderfly is doing Thunderfly things. Look at the scenery. And wait until we get to the approach to Reno. That's going to be a rather scenic. So we actually have a somewhat of a tailwind going. Winds are out of 358, going about 10 knots. So we're getting a kind of a quarter tailwind. So kind of a cross tailwind. There you go. See, I'd want to live, well, a little further east, back in Wyoming, and probably northern Wyoming, as Captain Evillian is now following. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're well. Many thanks for the follow. This is definitely the longer leg of the trip, and it's the last long leg of the first half. If I can find the camera. There's a reason I wasn't on TV finding the camera. You said, don't look at the camera, and all I can do is look at the camera when I can find the camera. But this is the last long leg of the first half of the round trip. So next week we start on the return trip to Michigan. We're going to fly south into mid-California. Fly over the mountains, or, well, probably fly through the mountains. And start making our way past Vegas. We'll stop near the Grand Canyon. And we'll make our way... There's the Thunderflies. And we'll make our way... Nice. Make our way east before turning up, going through Missouri, back into Illinois, and landing once again in Michigan. Ooh, pardon me. So indicating about 102. Ground speed's about 122. True air speed's about 119. Got all kinds of people with us today. My only regret is not being in, my livery. It is what it is, though. Ooh, pardon me. Welcome back, Katie. Just gonna, yes. 100% agreed there, Draco. So I've started kind of working my way into both calorie counting and into the 16-8 eating habit thing. So as to hopefully kind of stop. To kind of curb my eating habits a little bit. I've been doing some shopping for a bicycle. It's surprisingly expensive. So we'll see how that all goes. I do that 16-8 fasting routine, lost about 14 pounds. Nice. The same meal I always drop is dinner. So I use my alarm goes off at 10 a.m. and I usually get up at around about anywhere between 11 and noon, depending on how I'm feeling. So there's 2 hours. So I figured between the easiest way for my brain to work is just to make things simple. Is I can eat between 12 and 8 o'clock. So I'll have my breakfast. I'll have do a stream or be on Murph's stream or what have you. And then that gives me enough time, usually gives me enough time for another meal after that, and then after that, I'm not going to eat anything. It's going to suck. I think here it's not so bad. The problem is, to really get some good biking in, I'm going to have to go out into the country or find a good park, and those can be kind of hard to do. You don't have to skip meals, you just eat all your calories in an 8-hour time frame and no eating for 16. Right. The thing is, I'm usually eating 2 meals a day anyway, so kind of works out. I just don't snack. I won't snack like I would. $12 to 6 and you fast for 18. Oof. See, if I have to start off with high protein in the morning just because blood sugar, because that's been the trick to dieting or changing my eating habits, is finding a way to eat healthier but maintaining my blood sugar without becoming diabetic. I have to have that. I have to have that protein, that large amount of protein early in the day. I had a job in entertainment where you are hired at a certain weight and can only go up 4, down 4. Oof. Weighed in every 2 weeks in bike shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah. So I did end up hitting the scale, was it last night? Just kind of get a benchmark of how far off the wagon I've fallen. It's pretty far. Not as far as I was dreading, but it was still pretty far. I don't do the weekend. That starts at noon. Yeah, I can't not eat breakfast. Yeah, protein is good. On trick I'm doing when I get ravenously hungry in the evening, I just eat a small piece of cheese, settles down the stomach. Not a bad idea. See, I have this wonderful mix of roasted cashews, to which I've added some dried cranberries in. So I still get my protein. It's salted with sea salt, so the sodium intake isn't that bad. And having the cranberries also adds a little bit of fruit into the diet. So I'm still getting some natural sugars, not processed sugars. The trick is finding a healthier way of eating my dinner, my second meal of the day. And then once I get my bike, or once I get a bike, I'll be able to do that. So I'll get some exercise in. I'll be able to get some good cardio in, I should say. And if I can schedule my time right and actually, motivate myself to do it, I should be able to, go walking or ride a bike early in the morning, when I get up, do all that stuff, come home, eat, stream, or be on Murph's stream, then have my evening meal, and then should be good to go the rest of the day, and maybe even get another bike ride or walk in. It's a lot of leg day type stuff, but I also have some dumbbells that I can sit here. I could probably sit here and do them while I'm on the stream, you know. But just trying to do little things here and there. Have we hit the love lock? I don't think we've hit love lock yet. Still far away from that. And yet we're turning. Oh, we did hit love lock. Nice. So, over here. Must be over here somewhere. So I'm making steps. I'm making steps, trying to get my life under control, because the way I see it, to get to a reasonably healthy weight, I have to lose 100 pounds. Because any more than 100 at where I'm at right now, it's probably not going to be that great for me. Not that weight is the greatest measure of health, because muscle weighs more than fat, but at the same time, I've got a lot of fat. Hiking is good and relaxing too. That's very true. I'm going to be cutting my stream group flights from here on out. I'm getting too busy with my podcast and need to step my workouts myself. Yeah, I know the feeling. I've kind of been starting to take more of a backseat on the Murph streams. It's a little difficult to take a backseat on my own streams, as you know, I'm the guy. I'm the streamer. I kind of have to be here for the show to happen. I've been in an absolutely real funk the last couple of weeks. The depression's hit me pretty hard, and most of it dealing with my weight and my general health and how I've let it go. And you get two choices. You can either let it beat you and just be depressed about it, or you can do something about it. So I'm doing something about it. Night Zep, try to keep away from processed foods, anything based on grain like bread and noodles in moderation. Yeah. Steps are good, yep. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The worst thing you can do is drop weight fast, because when you lose it fast, it has a tendency to rebound. Whereas if you lose it gradually, it tends to stay off. I had to lose weight for health, so I feel where you're at. I feel your pain, Dangerous Brian. Mechanical first CTD. Ooh. Mechanical and Dangerous Brian with a CTD at the same time. EL says you can eat as much protein as you want. That's the only thing your body can't produce on its own. And all extra protein goes right out the usual way. Yep. Fat is okay to eat. Healthy fat, not chemically processed stuff. Sugar is killing. All sugar remains in the body in a form of fat. Plus, it's addictive. All science about it. Yeah. And see, I know you're already kind of saying, well, Colonel, you're drinking a Rip-It, and I am drinking a Rip-It. This is my last one. So I'm just kind of getting it done and over with and be like, be gone with you. And I was really tired because I went to bed at like 4 o'clock this morning, and I still woke up at my normal time, so I'm a little lighter on sleep than I'd like to be. So I know it seems contradictory, but I don't like wasting. But I'm also gonna see, what did I set my calorie count limit to? Got it. Log in. Thanks. Let's see. So I've set my goal for calories consumed for 1,500 calories. And so far, just having had breakfast, I have 435 calories remaining. So there's that. Drink all I know is if I smell bread. Yeah. It's going to be a problem with loading models in MP as it's happened. All your names will pop in. And I cut out sugar drinks for the flavored carbonated water. Now any sugar you drink, even iced is way too sweet. Yeah. See, I've been looking into keto, and it seems like no matter what I'm trying to do as far as, to limiting carbs, I'm always getting some carbs. So I don't know if that's just the way it is, or if I'm just not, getting the right stuff. The scenery is absolutely stunning, Viper. Oh shoot, the cashews. Total carbohydrates 8 grams. Dietary fiber 1 gram. Total sugars 2 grams, includes 0 grams added sugars. So there's still a little bit of carbs even in the cashews. So I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or what. Yeah, same thing, Brian. There's sometimes I can tell when it's when it's a scenery or whatnot, and I can tell that it's that because I'll remove it and then it's fine, and I don't get a VC runtime error in the log. When it's scenery, it's like an ntd.dll, and it has to do with security and blah blah blah, whatever. The VC runtime is just like it can be anything. I'm on Trulicity and have horrible sweet tooth. Stevia save me. I have a horrible sweet tooth. Oh, I look at candy and I drool. Practically. The weight game is all mental or played on your head. You only compare yourself to yes and no. Now it's research, try things. If don't worry, switch, listen to your body. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I've even just started the calorie counting, is just to be like, okay, limit my calorie intake just as a whole, try to eat healthier stuff, obviously, but even limiting that so that I can try to burn more than I'm taking in, which is hard to do sitting at a desk. It'll get better once I start walking and doing other things. Yeah. So it's all a process. I have to start somewhere, and because no one's gonna fix it but me. I'm the only one that can save myself from my own bad habits that have put me in a weight problem. So hopefully the chub face goes away, and because even when I drink water, I'm like one of those people where I need flavor, so I use Mio's because they don't add anything. Like, there's just a bunch of zeros on the nutrition facts. Well, see, Brian, the way you guys can help is just keeping me accountable for what I'm doing, and I'm being incredibly transparent with a lot of this stuff and really open with my struggle with this. So having you guys here to cheer me along and to help me, help keep me accountable for it is really huge. You can at least hold me accountable 3 days a week, anyway, because streams. And once I get my bicycle, once I order it, I kind of have to wait because those things aren't cheap. Doesn't mean I can't stop. The thing about bikes is it's a lot less impact on my knees. So I can at least start walking, but once I can get a bike, I can do a lot more. Don't mean to put on... Oh, that stuff doesn't work on me anymore, Draco. That doesn't work on me anymore. I also need flavor, that's why I switched to alcohol-free beer. No sugar, but helps when I can't drink. Oh, that's fair. Red Pilot Randy's in. Good to see you. I have veteran immunity. I still got my BDUs too. But, yeah, just having the transparency, and you guys know what I'm struggling with because I'm sharing with you, and just, you know, keep me honest. And it's going to go a long way in and of itself. And I need to get my backside in gear. COVID, as much as I hate saying the word, it's the lockdowns and stuff have really kind of put us all through a loop in one way or another. For me, the biggest detriment has been just I'm stagnant. I don't go out very often. I don't do things, mostly because I don't want to deal with people of one persuasion or another. So not going anywhere, not wanting to go out, I'm losing out on vitamin D because of sunlight, and I'm losing out on just being physically active. Aquafit is good for people with... if I had access to a pool, I'd be all over it. How you doing, Rad Pilot Randy? Man, I love the Thunderflies. And it wasn't even the Rona so much as getting fired and then the Rona on top of it. It kind of set my mental space back. And, you know, depression's a tough nugget to crack. That's awesome, Rad. Yeah, dude, and I'm not even on antidepressants or anything like that. I'm one of those people where I like to jump the hurdle myself, not to negate anybody else. You know, there are people that genuinely need the medication, and that's perfectly legit, and I will never downplay that. But as far as me is concerned, I want to overcome it. And I feel that the best way that I can do it for me and to make it a meaningful, permanent change is to just beat it outright myself. And I'm stubborn. I've also started taking a multivitamin, basically just your average maximum formula. One daily multivitamin, because, you know, vitamins. I bet he was Kozaki. They've been Gripper Sim's been absolutely enamored by the Thunderflies. Oh yeah, no, I don't mean to discount the meds at all. They definitely serve a purpose. There's a reason they're there. It's just one of those things that I want to avoid them unless they're absolutely necessary. But that's just me. That's just me. I will never try to poo-poo them on anybody else, because they're the people who genuinely need them and they work. I'm just not one of those people. Look at them go! See, to me, this flying, this whole flight sim thing since August has been my antidepressant. Granted, it's been a struggle the last couple of weeks, as I said, just because of everything. But this has been my antidepressant. Fidgety 1976 was 102. Nice. Yeah, Katie, that's the other thing that for me, when you start listing things off where the side effects are worse than the symptoms, I'd rather deal with the symptoms. But again, that's me. I will never discount them for anybody that finds success with them. If you find success with them and they help you, awesome. I'm me, and Seamus, yeah, my escape is simming. This simming and being with the Fireflies has been my antidepressant for the last 10 months. And, getting to know you all has been, just a huge help in my mental space and my struggles with... Why does it look so dark now? Sorry, squirrel. This is my antidepressant. It just compounded with, some health issues recently. It's just, this stream has kept me going in a lot of ways that it otherwise wouldn't have. 100%, Dougal. 100%. And, we all come together and we help each other out, and that's awesome. And I'm the kind of person that generally I'm very quiet about my problems. I have a tendency to suffer in silence, as the saying goes, and that's something else that I'm working on. Words not work so well together sometimes. So being able to say it I can say something meaning one thing and it comes out sounding not what I'm trying to say. Because words are hard. Oof. Dislike peopling as much as I do. How somebody can dislike peopling as much as I do and still be as miserable? Dude, I don't people well. I'm the guy at a party who will look at the thunderflies. I'll get invited to a party and I'll find a quiet corner and just chill. If there's a dog there, I'll be happy to pet the dog. But I'm not a people person. I'm very much an introvert, generally speaking, which is ironic being a streamer. But that's what it is. You guys have helped me come out of that shell a little bit and provide a nice community. I'm glad that it helps you guys out too, Brian. This is kind of its own therapy in itself to a lot of ways. Yeah. I definitely don't do big crowds. I'm not a big crowd person. Any more than 10 and it's getting crowded in a lot of ways for me. Social anxieties and whatever. I'm the same way, Katie. Since the Rona locked everything down, it's just like it's weird when I actually step out on my porch. It's just something I need to do more often, more regularly. Wish I could, Mawaz. Yeah. But again, it goes back to just how awesome the community is. I love putting on a show for you guys, and I'm glad that y'all enjoy it. Air shows. That's fair, Kozaki. I will suffer through being in a crowd to go to a good air show like Oshkosh. That's fair. Well, I appreciate that, Flight Sergeant. Ooh. But it's strange. I'm more introverted myself, and yet I speak regularly. Interesting. See, the last air show I was at was 2018. Look ago. It was 2018. I was a reenactor at the event, so we got to go in and out free. It was a good time. I think the Blue Angels were there. Yeah, it's 2018, because 2019 I was at another show while that show was going on. Fair point, Dougal. Fair point. Remember, there's a difference between introverted and antisocial. Yes. Yeah. See, and Oshkosh, that's somewhere I want to be because it's fun and exciting and doing the things and stuff. Let's see where we... Woo! Actually getting pretty close. Yeah. I'm like the back row kind of person. You know, you put me in some sort of auditorium to watch something. I'm happy. Just sit me in the back. I'll be good. Oshkosh is an amazing event. And I can't wait to see everybody come there, or, come to Oshkosh in 2022. So next year. Oh, let's see. What is their ATIS frequency? Reno, Tahoe. International 118.7. That's common traffic. That's CTAF. ATIS is 135.8. And Duxford's on a bucket. That's a bucket list thing for me. Going to Duxford.
Reno Airport information, Mike 1500 Zulu. Wind tree 15 at 4.
15 at 4.
Tree. Sky condition. View clouds at 1000.
315 at 4. So we want 34 right.
900 feet. Temperature 8. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.908. Visual runway tree 4 right and ILS runway tree 4 left in use.
Yep, so we'll do 34 right.
4 right and runway tree 4 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
There's Meneval.
Read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Mike. Reno Airport information, Mike 1500 Zulu.
Uh-oh.
Wind tree 12 at 4.
There we go.
Visibility. Tree.
Luckily, my family understands airplanes. So I'm fortunate when it comes to that. Okay, so close this out. Let's see. KEKO-KRNO-O. Let's see, they seem to love their food in Reno. There is Full Belly Deli right around the corner from Wiener Schnitzel. Nice. Optimize the French acrobatic patrol is training at Salon de Provence near Marseille. Nice. Yeah, well, my grandpa is really the big reason I'm into airplanes, aviation, and honestly, this trip exactly. Okay, so we want to go. Field elevation is what, 4,400. So we set it for 55. speed. 1, 2, 3 feet a minute. Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm the same way, Kozaki. Nice. So normally we'd be flying a very well painted by Sir Blackula steam gauge 172, painted up like my grandfather's old airplane, which was a Cessna 175 Skylark. And this whole cross country was kind of a recreation of their flight back in the 70s, because it was my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, and my uncle, and they flew across the country in a 175. So it's a little bit has a bit more engine than a 172, but it was this or a 182, and the 182 just didn't seem right to use when I have a steam gauge 172, and nobody's ever made a 175 for flight sim. Funny though, for someone that doesn't go out, I would leap at a chance to go on a trip back to LA or Bangkok. I would jump at a chance to go to Ireland, the UK, Oshkosh even. Oh, a little bit. Some nice saxophone. Let's see, let us... Supposed to be getting a delivery today, so hopefully decides to show up on time. Of course it is. Reno is nicknamed the biggest little city in the world. And is known for its tourism, casino industry. It's the Little Vegas. Reno Aces minor league baseball team playing in the University of Nevada, Reno is, and they're well known in the aviation circles for the Reno Air Races, which take place at the airport out this way. Which there's a lovely third-party free scenery available for that airfield. It's awesome. Whoops. Well, if LA is where your heart is, Katie, then 2 weeks from Tuesday, you're going to love the flight plan that we got together. Or that I put together. Got together? That doesn't make any sense. I am in Southwest Michigan, Token. When not in the UK, I guess. I think some of that has to do with you're not bound by the... You don't have... There's a sense when you're sticking your home down that people know you, or that people recognize you, or that people will recognize you, even if it's some acquaintance, that you'll run into somebody that you know. And getting away from all of that has a tendency to bring out, you know, kind of do away with some of the inhibitions. Alright, so actually, might go ahead and disable the AP and hand fly it the rest of the way in. RPMs a bit because we're a little high on the approach. We're going to start making a left turn to make a right base and then a right final. We're going to kind of try to fly around this, so we're kind of going to go this way a little bit and then turn in. Oh, if I... Twitch probably wouldn't like to say, like me to say all the things I have a tendency to call myself. Dude, you want to talk about different person? I cosplay Halo. I get underneath the helmet, I'm much more of a relaxed person. Social anxiety is gone. Other than the fact that I'm still self-conscious about being fat. But, you know, being in the Halo armor and stuff, forget about it. You put I'm a completely different person. I'm still quiet, but that's beside the point. Viper Strike, 34 left. Or, excuse me, 34 right. So G-Slayer's down, Papa Joe B's down, Token's down. I appreciate that, Seamus. Like, if I could figure out a way to do it, I might try to do it here in a minute. Oh, nice! I've actually been, I might do it, I might not do pictures, but I might grab a helmet or two of the things that I'm working on. So we're going to start our right turn. We're going to use trim to kind of help us lose speed. Come on. And conventions are a wonderful thing too. Honestly, going to conventions has helped my social anxiety quite a bit. Having the anonymity of being behind a helmet or even a character has been kind of liberating, actually, quite honestly. You know, some people might not fully understand that, but you know, when you get it, you get it. And it is pretty liberating to have that, you know, people see you as a character instead of, you know, you as a person. I need to lower the volume of that just a hair. I've done that, but I'm not doing that on streams. That's why I have hats. Don't worry, I'm not the next Tina Turner McGinty. I leave that for Murph. Keen Lafford is in. Good to see you. Okay, reduce power more. Okay, there's one notch. We'll put 2 in just for good measure. Let's see. You have it. I do, Kozaki. If I can get a picture up, I'll throw some pictures after the stream. I'll throw some pictures up on my Discord. Closest I've come to that was I wanted to do World War II reenactment 7 years ago. It was going to be Helfrinden. I do World War II reenacting as well, Katie. I reenact 5th Rangers Easy Company, and I also reenact Dog Company 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment 101st Airborne. "15 days till Eurovision?" 38. What's 38? I'm missing something. I'm also distracted trying to land. Thanks, Linda. There's Linda telling us that we're 500 feet above the ground. Okay, we're at idle throttle. We're still descending at 71 knots. We're aiming for the numbers. At least you get a free. I mean, I would say that it. I mean, it just is what it is, dude. You did a great job winning it. What's a little bit of a wait? Okay, so we're down. Flaps are coming up. We're under 40 knots indicated. A little bit of manual braking. Engine to regular idle. Or taxi idle, I should say. There's the Thunderflies doing Thunderfly things. You have a good one, Wayland. Glad you could come along. Okay, so we got that part. We at least got the bulk of the flight logged. So insert, we're gonna do that, do that, and then hide me. Here's Viper Strike. Benevoltson. There's Dougal and Flight Sergeant inbound with the Thunderflies in the distance. You have a good one, Shuffle Shoes. You stay well. Glad to have you along. Non-plugging fuel and Rosenwood just fascinates me. Keep saying that. Hey, if it makes you happy, to go for it. If that's something you're interested in, go for it. Token, the Thunderflies use the MB339 from India Fox Echo. I thought you said 45 a few days ago, but I guess it was not a few days ago. It's a great airplane, Token. As Cap at 9 is in. There's Draco in, and Druid followed closely by Kozaki, and the Thunderflies being Thunderflies. There's Samson Video. Not flying just left. Fair enough. Yeah, the MB339 is very worth the purchase price. Okay, do we have any more landers? We'll wait on the Thunderflies to do their landings. In the meantime, I got some things to show you. There's G-Slayer on 3-4 left. A little bit. So I'll unhide me since there's clear. So I've got 3 things to show you. 2 of them are work in progresses. One's kind of, I made it and I kind of retired it. Negative approaches here. Good evening to you. Hope you're well. Let me get this over. So this first one, this was probably the first prop I ever made. And I've since retired it just so it doesn't fall into disrepair, as there's mechanical madness in what appears to be the Seneca. So I did this. This is the Halo 1 anniversary Mark V helmet from, you know, Halo. Did all the painting myself. I actually built the thing from scratch. And so, yeah, I got a whole suit to match with it too. So, number one in my work in progress sets is a Republic Commando from Star Wars Republic Commando. This is a very nice kit. I bought it as a raw cast. I have a lot of work to do with it to get it finished up, including padding and all the electronics and stuff. And probably my favorite upcoming project that I need to work on. I never played Halo game. That's fine. Not everybody's into Halo. And because it is what it is, I have a Mando helmet. Yeah, because Twitch. So I have my very own Mando helmet with the working rangefinder. So I have a lot of projects to do and not a lot of time. Well, I've got time. I'm a lot of resources that I still need yet. Working on a U-boat scooper. Nice. See, it's not Boba Fett, but it's like Boba Fett. Mandalorians. I've not played Star Wars Galaxies. Catbat loved Halo, always had the first one only, though. There's the Thunderflies. Ooh, someone in the middle there had a rough landing. Republic Commando was the best. Oh, nice, Kazaki. That's the big thing I need now is I need the armor bits. I'll post some stuff on the Discord after the stream. Speaking of, of some of the stuff that I've done, past and present. The big downside right now is, again, I'm fat. I'm just gonna say it. I am what I am. Nice. Hey, Marie. No. We want to actually close out. We're gonna restart the sim. Oh, let's see. Nice. Well, Mike lets me get into. It seems his working title is hiring. Let's see. Let's do that. We wait for. Nope, that was not the link I wanted. Oh, goodness me. Why did Windows make things so hard to find? Like, seriously. Did I not? Do I have that? Do I not have that installed on here? Let's see. Big downside for me is not having enough time for this fun stuff. Otherwise, use a 3D printer, CNC machine, laser wheels. Yeah, I know the feeling. Make wheels for cats if they counts. Oh, nice. Dangerous Brian, could you imagine putting Hammy on a big wheel? That's something. I mean, that rivals Murph in a hot tub. Oh, let's see. We can. We'll put that. It would be entertaining, though. You can't get me there. Let's see if there's that. Other things that are relevant to what I'm looking for. Let's see. What do I have? You dirty browser. Put that in there. Putting stuff onto my Discord. I mean, putting Hammy in a large hamster wheel would deserve again. There's that. I wish I had better selection on my laptop that I could toss on there. Well, let me see. And let's do that. You. Where's there's kind of a glimpse. Best I could do. So I put up a few images of my Halo stuff, the Mando I'm working on, me in reenacting gear, and a small glimpse into my Halo stuff. I don't have any good pictures on my available on my laptop to toss up there, and I'm afraid to do anything with Flight Sim on my main computer. You have a good one, Papa Joe. Thanks for coming along. Hammy, we're talking about getting Dangerous Brian to get you on a large hamster wheel and how dangerous that would be. At least it gets nothing to see here, Hammy. Nothing to see here. Okay, so there. Now we got a Reno 2. So this is a relatively short flight, or a short leg, I should say. It's about literally half the time as. So we've been going for 2 hours 20. We started at 0630, so we're put about close to 9 o'clock. And not starting from. Let's see, is there a 85? Is there a parking ramp 85? There is, and that's where we start. Nothing but the laws of physics would prevent it. Nice. Unstable, that usually goes into, you know, I'm unstable in a lot of ways. I think Hammy also missed out on seeing my Star Wars helmets and my Halo helmet. Thing is, I can't wear them with the headphones. Or can I? No, I can't. MDF ordered. Nice. It must... Take me to it, for it must be done. Uh-oh, Kozaki's doing the flash dance. He was fine a while ago. It doesn't seem to be doing it for me. Hammy's totally sober. You have a good one, G Slayer. Thanks for coming along. Glad you had a good time. I wonder if I can possibly go another. No, that's the wrong button. If I can go up another thing on shutter speed. Nope. -4 seems to be the best. Okay, so. Okay. No worries, Katie. We're just loaded back in. I don't know if you were able to see the helmets. Not so much improved, but I went back to my old camera and I'm playing with the settings and it's still really dark. So, as we sit here, I'll show it back again. So I've got a couple of work in progress costumes, one of which is this Star Wars Republic Commando, which is a very nice. I just love the look of the Republic Commandos. Next up is the classic Mandalorian. Ah, gotcha. Well, if any case, Hammy missed him, so I get to gush about him again. And then, for Hammy's sake, the first prop I ever made, which most people would have started out with something much simpler, and I didn't. Alright, so let's get this party started, huh? Here in Reno, we gotta make our way into California. So, master switch is on, beacon. And tell that to be quiet. Thanks, Hammy. Mixtures 50%, throttle cracked, fair prop. I didn't make the Star Wars helmets. I bought those raw, so they're unfinished. I bought them and I will do all the padding, electrics, and paintwork on them. The Halo helmet, I did all that. I did everything. I built it from nothing. So that's the only one I can take credit for actually making. That going set. That begs a good question. Let's see. Flight plan is. So new is K. We can just do this. KRNO SWR MYV and Oscar 52. Okay, so things are going to get real interesting in this leg, so make the best of it. This one I probably won't use the autopilot, I guess. Insets off, transponder off, CDI. When do they go? Well, the Mando helmet you can get from Lone Wolf Customs. I can't rightly recall off the top of my head. The Republic Commando, the Halo helmets, that's retired. It was was rough. Well, I appreciate that, Dangerous Brian. I do like the music as well. So we're going to make sure that we're on live weather. Wait for it to load in. So there we go. Starting to load. Check. That's good. We want to tune COM2 to their ATIS, which was what, 135.8. 5, 8.
Reno Airport information, Mike 1600 Zulu. Line 046 at 1.
046 at 1.
Information, November 1600 Zulu. Line 046 at 12.
046 at 12. Wow, the wind's changed.
Few clouds at 1,100 feet. Few clouds at 4,100 feet. Few clouds at 12,000 feet. Temperature 16. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.00. Visual runway 16 left and ILS X-ray runway 16 right in use.
We'll take runway 7.
Departing runway 16 left and runway 16 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back fold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have November. Reno Airport information November 1600 Zulu. Line 046 at 12. Visibility
104.
Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,100 feet. Few
Yeah,
clouds
we'll go for runway 7.
100 feet. Few clouds at
I like the idea of runway 7 better. The airport in several places is a plane bumps on the. Yeah, it's more of a problem when you're in an airport with photogrammetry. It's not a handcrafted airport. Not a lot can be done. The windsock is still from the north. Well, I'll turn around. Let's see what I see. Lord knows that we can't necessarily trust the in-sim ATIS. Just gotta find me a windsock. A little bit of stutterage, but not bad stutterage. It's kind of the inconvenient stutterage. Yeah, the Seneca is still nice. Is very nice. Still nice, and it's only been on a couple of days. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Alright. So we're looking for a windsock somewhere. Alright, we're gonna get here. Well, I guess I shouldn't have come out this way. Well. Alright, so I've got to go. Fair enough. That may exacerbate the problem, though. Just a fair warning. Okay, before I get too far, I'm going to search for the windsock in the drone. Oh yeah, no, my windsocks are totally coming off, coming out of the west. So for us, runway 7 it is. Don't feel obligated to follow me. so we need to set trim. Dougal is asking who's in front of Catbat. Alright. Back to yeah. Alright. Strobe light. No, it's already on. Landing lights coming on just for the sake of it. There's Yardvark, or Johnny Aardvark. So runway 7, we're taking off. Goblin says Riot Pilot Randy is in front of Catbat. Okay, 40 knots, airspeed's coming alive. There's 50, 1 notch of flaps coming down. 60 knots, and we're airborne. Caution, cross traffic. So this is where the trip gets interesting, because I'm going to hand fly it the rest of the way. Okay, flaps coming up. And because of the field elevation and whatnot, we're going to have to do some circles to gain some altitude. Pitch down so we're not getting, well, we're not losing, so that we're not losing so much speed. Stairway to Bacon being a legend, gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Going to Wavetros, Beneval, Mr. Chippy, Keen Lafford, and Tom LaCrep. Well, many thanks, my dude. That's very, very kind of you. Very, very generous and kind. Don't get to fly with you much, but I love what you do for me. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, dude. That means a lot. Thank you. see Wombat 49 still on the ground. Whack-A-Mole still on the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this interstate highway just north of the airport. While we're downtown a little bit, we'll go to the interstate that's right by the highway, and then what we'll do from there is we're gonna kind of just follow it. We're gonna go the I follow roads route through the mountains. As we fly over downtown Reno. Thunderfly's doing the Thunderfly thing. So we'll begin our left-hand turn. As we're going to follow the interstate right here. Kind of leads us way. One advantage of this horrible slow load up, are there a few pods at the fear field? Yes. So with the current stutterage problems that the sim is having, it actually has paid off to separate out quite a bit. So it's one of those silver lining things, because we're making the best out of a frustrating situation, and we're doing what we can with it. That looks like a cemetery right there. You hate it when your jaw pops. Ow. So, not further up north here is the Reno Stead Airport, where they do the Reno air races. There's a very nice third-party freeware scenery. It adds a couple of B-52s, some F-4 Phantoms, some other static aircraft. Really neat add-on. I believe Catbat posted a link to it in the Two-Tone Murphy Discord on my channel. Or on my channel in Two-Tone Murphy's Discord. Words. So this is where we really get into the mountains. So we're gonna back. That is correct, Stairway to Bacon. We just took off of Kilo Romeo November Oscar, and we're making our way to the final stop of the first half of the epic U.S. cross country. We will soon be landing ourselves in California. We're kind of off the magenta line just because terrain and altitude and stuff. So we're actually going to be hand flying this part of the journey. We are on the East USA server, negative approach. Yep. That's very true, Stairway. And it works at getting the general idea of where we're going. And it helps when we get lost. I did manage to remember to put my flaps up. It seems we're still climbing, which we don't want to do too much of. So this leg of the flight, 45 minutes to an hour, give or take. This is pretty, isn't it? After that Windows pat the stairs in my plate. Yeah, so I did a thing last night where I actually decided to turn Windows updates back on, and I got the old update that was causing problems, then I got new updates to kind of that were supposed to fix them, and so far a lot of the issues are gone, at least as far as the Windows half of the problems. They still need to work on the flight sim part of the problems. Which I'm sure they will. It's just a matter of being patient. Yes. That one that's less of a Windows issue and more of the Asobo issue, unfortunately. You have a good one, 6 Knots. Thanks for coming along for as long as you could. Very glad to have you along. Yeah, so, and I'm sure that Asobo's working on them. I wish they'd put out a hot fix as soon as they figure out, and not wait until the end of the month, until the end of May to, fix it, because that would just be crummy. Yeah. See, and that's a really weird thing. It seems like it's an old bug, and it had gotten fixed, and now is broken again. It's really rather curious. Yeah, it's really odd. And I could sit here and be negative about it until, I was blue in the face, but fact of the matter is, being negative about it wouldn't do any good. Nice. Viper strike over Lake Tahoe. The last thing I want, though, is I don't want flight sim issues. I don't want it to appear on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. You remember Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack as the host? That was a good show. Yep. Some days I'm better at dealing with it than others, though. Look at this, though. It's very true, Stairway. Very true. But you have to admit, it made you think. It really kind of encouraged critical thinking on a lot of issues. You know, could have been this, could have been that. Does this really seem all that, outlandish? It made you think. We need more good shows like that again. There goes a Seneca Mechanical Madness. It is a great airplane. I'm still confused why Murph didn't take the green one. It's a nice airfield. Airfort. I do believe that's Lake Tahoe to the south. Fun show is the one search ring request. There's been a few. See, I like TAPS. The Atlantic Paranormal Society. They had a run, and I like their approach. They would actually take the approach of trying to disprove it. Trying to disprove ghosts and stuff. Because if you go into it, positive that there's a ghost there, you're gonna subconsciously try to justify everything as being, oh, it's a ghost, oh, it's a ghost, oh, it's something paranormal. Whereas if you go in as trying to disprove something with being open to something, being paranormal, it's more of the way I see it anyway, it's more of an honest approach to it. Like, if something really shows up, well, that could be very well a thing. But, I think SNL did a parody of it, and it was funny. It's just like people were, passing gas, as it were, and they're like, oh, it's a ghost, it's a ghost. And it's just like, no, it really isn't. I just had too many beans to eat today. So I like the approach of trying to disprove something rather than going in to prove it, because it's more of an honest take, in my opinion. Look at this scenery thing. To borrow a Murphism, look at the state of that. And then there have been some people saying that, for these longer legs, I should take something faster than a 172. It's just like, well, it kind of defeats the purpose. I'd love to take if in the unlikely event someone were to make a Cessna 175A Skylark from Microsoft Flight Simulator, not only would I die a very happy person, but I would gladly do this trip all over again and not even use autopilot to do it in the right aircraft. But the chances are nobody's ever going to make a Cessna 175A Skylark for Microsoft Flight Sim. So 172 is the next best thing. They're better than a show called Alien 3, if I remember this. Cold Feet Warm is now fine. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're well. Cargo Cult 055, hello to you. Hope you're well. Because I'm of the mindset I believe they exist, but actually getting the evidence is the trick. There's a lot of things that are just too. Cargo Cult 55 with the follow. Many thanks. I'm doing pretty well. I'm gonna go fly the 103. This heli is killing my hand and legs. Fair enough. You have a great night, Zep. You take care. Glad you flew along. But see, I believe that science is there to prove the things that can be proven, but science can't prove everything. It can do its best to, and maybe as science progresses and technology progresses, easy for me to say, it'll be able to prove some of the stuff that it can't currently prove. I mean, that's kind of how technology advances and whatnot. But I will never discount somebody saying, well, I saw a ghost, or I saw this. It's like, I'm sure you did. Proving it's the hard part. Yes, I agree, Stairway. I just wish somebody would make a Cessna 175, because no one's made it for a flight sim yet. And I have a very strong personal attachment to that aircraft. I see the Fireflies. Yep, the Thunderflies are doing an amazing job as per usual. We do have the Fireflies flying along. Look at this scenery, though. This is nuts. Trying to safely navigate our way through the mountains here. Yes. That's exactly it, Goblin. That's exactly it. They're getting better every time they show up, Stairway. Every time. Oh, nice. Because I have a nameplates mod installed, Cargo. The CPPR nameplates mod allows a different style for the nameplates. Oh, 100% they do, Viper. I have no doubt one's in the works from somebody. Just a matter of time. Look at the scenery. And to think, we've flown this 172 all the way from Southwest Michigan to California. Not flightsim.to. It was from GitHub. So if you type in CPPR, I'll see if I can get it. MSFS PPR. At least I didn't get it from flightsim.to. Get a link, toss that down in the old chat. Yeah. No, the T6 is nice. I love all the warbirds. I love warbirds equally. They're all wonderful. Ooh. Oh yeah, Americans use it a ton. It was a great trainer. In fact, the Americans I want to say back in the 90s, took a PC-9, partnered up with Beechcraft, modified it, and called it the T6 Texan 2. Which is basically just a modified Pilatus PC-9. And they used it for a while. Yeah. I got a nice video. I need to see if I can manage to post it on... Maybe I put it on my YouTube. I might have put it on my YouTube with some T6 taken off, and it was great. I'll have to find that. I'll put it in the Discord. Okay, so 2560. So we need to drop our PMs a little bit. There's the Thunderflies. That's fair. I mean, look at Texas Toast. Look at Texas Raisin Toast. Homemade Texas Raisin Toast with cinnamon. Oh, it's so good. So, I wear this hat as kind of a tribute for our last leg. As you'll notice on it, it does have the registration number, and that's meant to look like my grandpa's airplane. My grandma got this for my grandpa. And so I wear it in honor of this being the final leg of the first half, making it all the way from Michigan to California in a 172. Ah, there's that one. I was worried it wasn't working anymore. I ate at a restaurant in Texas that served a 72-ounce steak. If you could eat it in one sitting, you got it for free. Ooh. I can eat a 32-ounce porterhouse, but that's not 72. So much red meat goodness. This is just look. So the mountains are definitely, we're going downhill as we get closer to the coast. We're not quite, I don't think we're quite in California just, actually we are, never mind. I take that back. The California, wait, was there a second ago? What happened to it? Okay, so California splits, or the border split, seems to split Lake Tahoe, so we're officially in California. California. Look at him go. So we can actually eventually start descending. I'd pay not to eat it. Oh, it tastes so good. He seasons it just right. Make sure it's nice and juicy. Cooked to the right level. We're going to bring the power down to about 2400 RPM. That should help us start descending at a very smooth rate. Glad to see you back, Kingsman. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't feel sorry, dude. Life happens. Oh, yeah. My stomach would explode and I would enjoy every minute of a 72-ounce steak. You take care, Dougal. Glad to have you along. You get some rest, you take care of yourself, and we'll see you on the Discord and in the next stream. I can dream of steak now. Yeah, no worries, Kingsman. I might actually get off the time by the time you land. Uh-oh. This land is just... Hello. Man, the Seneca is just a nice looking airplane. I would like KEKO-KRNO-O's next couple of planes to be Cessnas. Because I like Cessna more than I like Piper. Look at that. So now we ask the question. Yeah, the view, it is nice. Okay, so we can actually close those out. Go to Sky Vector. So we're gonna be able to tune into, let's see, ASOS 118. Say 118.475. So 118. Scrolling through the frequencies. And see if we can hear it.
Yankee Victor automated weather observation 1600 Zulu. Wind 032 at 9er. Visibility 10. Sky condition. View clouds at 1,000 feet. View clouds at 4,000 feet. View clouds at 12,000 feet.
I mean, I'm not going to get my hopes up, Viper. I hope that somebody will, and will make it a very nice one. But I'm also not gonna. There were less than 2,500 of them made, and it was such a niche aircraft for a market that didn't necessarily need it. Because it was designed to be a step up from a 172, but not quite to a 182. And I'm not gonna get my hopes up that someone's gonna make a Skylark. Catback 9. The VL3 VR Epic Scenery, wishing for a steak. Yeah. I got about 2 hours left of available eating time. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna have. So wind 032 at 9. So it looks like we're going to land from the south. Which works out real well. Nice, Goblin. So we're about 16 minutes from our last turn. We're not descending as much as we ought to, so we're going to lower to 2,300 RPM. Just to have a nice steady descent. So field elevation at Oscar 52. Field elevation is 60 feet, so we have quite a bit of time, quite a bit of got about 5,600 feet to lose. I'm picky when it comes to salads. I'm like too picky when it comes to salads. And I can never make a good salad. And I end up wanting to throw like chicken in it. Kingsman, if you do the word cheer followed by a number without any spaces in it, that will cheer the amount of bits that you want to cheer. To which I am very grateful for already preemptively. Does the Cessna have autopilot? It does, but I'm not using it. Chicken salad is okay. Okay. Then we can work that out. Salads are what my food eats, yes. See, cows eat grass. Grass is, you know, vegetable-like. It's green and leafy. I like eating cows. So therefore, if I'm eating a cow, I'm technically eating a salad. So we have a nice descent rate going, not too fast, not too... Yeah. I like chicken, which is a good thing. See? Jacko and I, you know, we're thinking alike. And pigs, they eat about anything, and, you know, some of those things are vegetables. So if I eat pork, it's like eating vegetables. I don't eat just cows. I believe it. There's like nothing to lettuce. So that's why I have to have something else than just a lettuce and some vegetables. Otherwise, it's just like I'm gonna leave there hungry. There's no chicken and cows. It's very true. Unless you could crossbreed cows and chickens. Now that's a very true thing there, Stairway. It's all about the semantics. You know, a lifestyle change is going to be more impactful and more of a permanent change, whereas if a diet is temporary. Cap at 9 likes the rationale. Salad, that's not bacon. You can put bacon in salad, though. Bacon bits. Or just, you know, cook bacon, drain out all the grease, chop it up, throw it in a salad. Bacon salad. I've never heard anyone say, oh yes, please give me another slice of lettuce. Neither have I. I will say this. I've had, like, salad wraps or lettuce wraps from, like, Jimmy John's. It's not too bad. Kind of, you know, lettuce around stuff that isn't that great for you in general anyway, but, you know, ooh, maybe I could have Jimmy John's get a couple of lettuce wraps or something. Actually, I'm not that bad. I think I'm about a stone overweight, so I think okay, it's just need to be, yeah, I need to be a lot better being my weight. Come on, Sim, you can do it. Come on, think about it. You want to continue. You don't. There you go. True, but that's taking away from the space in your stomach for more bacon. It's fair. That's a very fair point. You're not wrong. I wholesomely agree with bacon, but that should be understood by everyone. Bacon is so good. It's not great for you unless you get turkey bacon. And then it kind of boils down to portion sizing. I have a problem with portion sizing. I get big portions and then I eat it, and it's just like it kind of contradicts everything about eating healthy. You can eat the healthiest food in the world, but if you eat too much of it, that's still a problem. Crap. How do I add what, Kingsman? I need to scroll back up. Oh. So I'll type it. Just do it without the quote. So you just do cheer and then the number without a space and don't use the quotes. Kingsman with the bits. Many thanks, my dude. It's very, very kind and generous to you. To you? Of you. Words are hard. So we're going to reduce down to 2200 RPM. I'm going to start adding a bit more mixture. I just saw the nav radio pick up the VOR. Cargo Cult 055 just crossed my mind. What is the most disgusting meat to eat? Disgusting can mean a lot to a lot of people. In roadkill doesn't exactly sound tempting. Over the top, no running valleys now. Nope. Certain seafood, I would say. Snake. I will not eat snake. I don't like snakes in general. I don't like anything about snakes. They kind of creep me out. And I wouldn't eat it. The only way to get me to eat it is to not tell me what it was. But if I don't recognize what it is, I'm going to ask. And I won't eat it until you tell me. I've not had camel, but I will certainly take that advice. I've ridden on a camel once at a zoo. That was an experience. So we are getting close. Yuba City is right up that way. Snake chase just like chicken. I've heard that, but it's still snake. I just have a prejudice against snakes. Some say pike is a bad fish meat. Gonna have to go with any rodent meat, even rabbit is somewhat questionable. I haven't had rabbit in eons. This is the last part of the flight for the night. We've got one right turn and then it's straight into Yuba City. Mussels, ugh. I've never had oysters or mussels, but they definitely, anything you have to slurp. Can you really call it meat if you have to slurp it? I find it questionable. If you have to slurp it, is it really meat? So we'll be flying over Olivehurst, making a right-hand turn over the river. Need to reduce power even more. Down to 2100. Start trimming up. That's a fair point, Cargo. I'll grant you that. I had Hunter's chicken tonight with rice. Ooh. I love all seafood, but it has to be fresh. I mean, like, really fresh. No, that's fair. It's hard to get anywhere inland. So, like, Michigan can be real tricky, depending on the fish, anyway. That's why we usually get live lobsters, and they're not like really big ones either, and they're not cheap. I want to like seafood, but sometimes it's like, yeah. I'm with you on that one, Katie. I think if I were offered horse meat, I would say nay. A friend has a horse steak in France once and swears it just looks like. Yeah, that's fair. I guess it depends on where it's from, how it's been fed, and how it's been prepared. It's debatable. Nah, I wouldn't say regularly in most normal circles. I can't speak for everybody. Okay, we're gonna actually add a bit of power, go back up to 2200. Likewise, she didn't give us me. Yeah. Rubbery cheese. It sounds like rubbery cheese. I never heard it put like that before. I love it. Snails are rubbery cheese. That's funny. Oh, it's eating it. Yeah. I mean, starvation, and when you get down to the survival, you might not like it, but eating something is better than, starving to death. Escargot. Yeah, I would imagine. It can't be easy to prepare snail. The first snow I ever saw was on the Cali side of Reno, up in the mountains. Nice. I can live my whole life being happy that I've never had escargot. So we're heading direct for the VOR at Mike Yankee Victor. We'll fly straight past it a little bit, catch the river, turn to the north. It is getting hotter. It was darn near 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is something degrees Celsius, and it's getting a little toasty. I wish I was wearing shorts right now, but I'm not, because I don't have any that fit properly. Which is also one of the reasons why I'm trying to lose weight. That was one of my first indicators of, oh, these pants, they're not loose anymore. That's a problem. Frog legs are like chicken. He's been busy at work. He should be streaming a few times this week. He's taken some time off from work. Work really kind of takes it out of him. He works evenings. So usually, he usually gets up and around during his work week, maybe 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So roughly 4 a.m. in the UK. We had Lee's for dinner. Nice. Most disgusting vegetable to eat? Brussels sprouts. Hands down. So I believe that is Yuba City. We'll go straight in. Mixture goes to full. Oh, broccoli is amazing. You steam broccoli just right, so it's still firm but not mushy. Oh, broccoli's amazing. Throw a little butter on it. If you've got the calories to spend, a little bit of cheese. Oh, broccoli's amazing. I don't think I've ever had it in vegetable oil, but I won't touch Brussels sprouts. I certainly won't touch kale or collard greens. I love asparagus, especially because I can improperly say it as asparagus. That's fair, Katie. Okay, so we're on base. The final. We're really dropping power now. We're keeping the trim up. So first notch of flaps comes down. We're about over the river, so we're going to start turning north. Vegetables are very good for you. It's just finding the right ones that you can stomach. You will never get me to consciously eat soy meat, because it's not meat. It's fake meat. It's fake news. It's fake meat. I have a love-hate relationship with tomatoes. I cannot eat raw tomatoes, but you throw it on a burger and it's good. You're not wrong, Stairway to Bacon, but I still like eating it. I read that cigarettes, and I'm just like, I don't want to eat cigarettes either, but fair play. Great landing music. I'm like a floating head. I need better lighting. You got one notch of flaps left. Thanks, Linda. Nope, we're at full flaps. I'll allow it. No, it just held it. Okay, we need to add power because we're too low. Ooh, we're getting bouncy. Thanks, trees. Looks like a Christmas tree farm off to the left there. Don't you do this to me. Not now. Throttle goes to idle. There we go. We're gonna go back to taxi RPM. Flaps are coming up. And it seems to lied about the wind. Awesome. So we came in with a tailwind. That's great. I don't know. I don't know if seaweed is a veg. That's an excellent question. Alright, so I'm going to park here. next to this goose. And with that, we shall cut the engine and stuff so we can at least get the flight logged regardless. Turn all that stuff off. Those go there. Go to the drone camera. No, you do this to me, Sim. There's fifth or Fife, runway 35. Don't mind the photogrammetry geometry. Many thanks, cargo. Will hide me for the landings. That's fair. Depends on what you were looking at on the left. Fell in the river. Ooh. Oh, what's the seaplane? That was the Grumman Goose. That is a freeware aircraft. There's Draco. Cap at 9. Yeah, that's some serious cross-windage going on. There's the 339 of negative app. It's all about having the fun, Katie. You'd be fine.
That feels good.
Yeah, I like the Grumman Goose, and for it being free, it's basically the FSX Goose, converted and updated. It's actually pretty nice. It can be a bit of a handful, though. There's Rad Pilot Randy. There's the Thunderflies. Uh-oh. Wombat 42, I think, just went into the ground. I think Wombat had an oopsie. So far out, we'll mess up. You wouldn't mess him up, Kozaki. You'd be fine. Oh wow, we still have quite a few. So we'll take a little stroll around the airfield once we get the last flyers in. I don't. Oh, there's Kozaki and Whack-A-Mole. Yes. It's still worthy of a download. So we've got flyers coming in. We'll reposition the camera again. There's negative approach. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Come over here. Turn that off. Let's see. Sutter's Mill is where gold was first discovered in 1848. Nice. You take care, Seamus. Thanks for flying along with us. Even you're riding along in our airplane. Glad you enjoyed it, Cat Bat. The food talk is always grand. So stand by for a raid after we get all the landings done. There's Mechanical Madness off. It was fun. Negative approach. We didn't let the one CTD get us down either. You have a good night, Viper. It was just, the variety was amazing there, Goblin. Here's the Thunderflies. Look at them go. Impressive even in landing. Thanks for coming along with us, Negative Approach. It was great having you along. Okay, who we got now? Who we got now? Well, that seems to be right about it. It's a nice, cozy little airfield. And it's right near Beale Air Force Base. So, you have a good night, Dangerous Brian. So, thank you all for coming along with me tonight. It's been a long 6 parts. Getting from all the way from Michigan to California in the 172. It's been a phenomenal series. Very grateful to have you all on board, and it's just been great. So I want to thank you all for the support and love that you've shown, with the follows, the chat, the subs, the gift subs, the bits. You know, thank you all very, very much for everything. It means an awful lot to me, keeping me out of my dark places. So if I've managed to help you with yours, I feel that I've done a good job. But I'm very grateful for all you coming along with me. We're going to do a raid. But until next time, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. Take care. See you next time.